Plaintiff Paige Garner met the defendant at work, and they became good friends. Despite the defendant always having to be the center of attention, Paige allowed the defendant to move in with her, but he skipped out before the lease expired, so she's suing. Defendant Joshua Davis says he and Paige got along at first because she was spontaneous and always made him laugh. However, he claims he felt forced to move out because Paige constantly brought random men into their home, and he could hear them having sex.
Start with you.
Well, first I'd like to say it's an honor to be here with you. I grew up watching you with my grandmother. She always told me how you two were going to get married. She did turn 78 on yesterday.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. But unfortunately, she passed away in 2007, so now she's in heaven waiting on you in the proposal.
Tell her I'll be there at some point.
Thank you. But I did meet the defendant in July of 2012. He's a very funny person. We always had great conversations. We hit it off instantly. We'd talk about boys, music, gossip. We always had a great conversation. Shortly after, I realized that he loves to be the center of attention. To get that attention, he'll be twerking, dancing, splits, handstands, everything. All that work, all the things he got in trouble for, he always got caught. One day he came in, he wasn't acting like his normal self. So I asked what's going on, no booty popping today? He's like, no, not today, maybe tomorrow. But I asked him what's going on, and he told me about there was some drama between his ex-roommate, the person who was staying before me. She was a stripper, and she started dating his brother behind his back, and he just basically said that he can't deal with it.
Dating his brother?
Yes.
Behind his back?
Yes.
I'll get to him about that.
They didn't say anything. It was like his best friend, I believe, since middle school, I believe is what he told me.
Friend. Go ahead.
Yes, his best friend. But he basically said that he can't be there. He can't handle all the drama. So he needs somewhere to stay. So, we had a good time at work. I figured if we stay together, it'd be an even better time.
Okay.
So I said, okay, you come stay with me.
When did you all move in together?
We moved in January of 2013.
All right.
So I said, okay, it's fine. You come stay with me as long as you agree to pay half of the rent.
How much was that?
The rent was $600.
His half was $300?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get to him before we go further into the rent you're suing about. Sir, you want to give me some background?
Hi, Your Honor. Yes, I knew Paige Garner from work. She was always a spontaneous, nice person, always could make me laugh, always could make me do crazy, goofy things at work. So I was like, I didn't find it an issue when she needed help for me to stay with her. But shortly after moving...
She needed help?
Yes. She as well needed help. She couldn't afford to pay the rent all by herself. I could have went back home and stayed with my mom, but she needed the help.
Why did you have to leave your old room?
Oh, because she was dating my brother. We got into
What's
it
the deal with
about
that?
it.
You had a problem with that?
Yes.
Why?
Because she's dating my family, and they were doing it behind my back at the time.
Doing what behind your back?
They were sleeping with each other behind my back, Your Honor.
You are entitled to know who your brother sleeps with?
Not exactly, but if it's my best friend, I would like for my best friend to let me know if we're that close of best friends. You should be able to.
all are that close?
Yes, since elementary.
But if they're not sleeping with you, you're not as close.
I guess you're right. I guess that is correct, Your Honor.
All right. It'd be different if you were dating her.
That I could agree with. You're right.
Yeah. All right. So then they're doing it behind your back.
Right. Behind
your back suggests that they're betraying you.
Right.
Him going with your roommate is no betrayal of you. If she's a stripper, she might have a few qualities that he admires. Tell me about when you went to live with her.
All right, well, living with her, actually it started off really good. We used to joke, laugh, have fun all the time, party, do everything together.
Booty shake, or what did she say you do?
Yeah, okay, all right. She booty shakes too. She just can't do it that good. But I mean, she does it as well. I taught her, okay?
You taught her?
I taught her. So basically, living with her, it was a breeze at first, but then it turned out to be a roommate experience from hell, Your Honor. It was guys over all times of the night. I would try to be going to sleep. I would, trying to go to sleep.
That's what you had to hear?
I had to hear that, Your Honor, trying to go to sleep at night. The bed bumping up against the wall, vibrations through the walls.
Oh, really?
While I'm trying to go to sleep.
How often?
How often? It was, I can honestly say, 1, 2. It was more than 20 guys, I can honestly say.
Oh my God, don't exaggerate the number.
How many times a week did you have to?
At least about 3 times a week, Your Honor. It was just, I mean, we talked about it. I let her know.
How about you? You didn't have nobody?
No. I had one
Well,
friend
don't be
over.
hating on her, 'cause
she can honestly sit here and tell you. It was one friend that I had over. His name was Julius, and we were just
How
best
often
friends.
did he come over?
Julius came over
A lot.
He came over often.
Quite a lot.
Over twice a
But
week?
one person that I knew, not several guys that she didn't
Got
know.
that point. But you sound like the biggest concern was...
My safety.
No, you sound like the biggest concern.
What are you scared of?
Was your inability to sleep because of her
That
activities.
as well. But I was concerned about our security because at one point my Xbox got stolen from someone staying the night while we were at work.
Now, I
They stole my
understand if
Xbox.
she had men coming in and out of there, that certainly would have been a concern. Ma'am, is that true? You come across so innocent and sweet.
He's over-exaggerating. He just
many
mad
you
because he
got?
don't get no play. That's all that is.
How many you got coming in? He mad because what?
He doesn't get any play
From who?
from men. I mean,
He said he has
he's
he
attracted
said
to the
he
men
has
I
a steady
bring.
friend.
He's attracted to the men I bring. He may want them, but they're with me. They don't want him.
How many do you bring?
Not that many.
And you got some extra then. Why don't you let him have the extra? All right, go ahead. Tell me about the rent and utilities you're suing him for.
It's unpaid rent and utilities. Before he moved in, we both agreed orally at work that
$300 a month.
yes, and then we're going to split half of the cable bill and half of the electricity.
Okay. What months did he fail to pay?
He failed to pay for June and July.
How did you all end up ending your tenancy?
In May of 2013, I came home one day and he wasn't there. You know, he didn't come home at night, so I got worried. I called, I texted, left voicemails, no reply. Then it clicked. Oh, he just dipped out on me. I said, okay, that's fine. So I kept on calling, let him know what's going on. We agreed to pay rent from January 2013 till July of 2013 when the end of my lease. And he broke that, so that's why we're here today.
Sir?
My name was not on the lease, Your Honor. We should have a signed agreement, correct? If
No.
we're living together,
No.
we need to have a signed agreement.
No.
All right. Well, I couldn't live under those conditions any longer. We talked about it. I asked her to stop bringing these guys over. I asked.
Did she say, okay, I'll stop?
She said it's her house.
Well, that
So
meant-
since it's your house, I'll let you have your house with your bills.
There you go. But you had a tenancy with her a month to month. And
Right.
as such, you were to give her 1 month notice. And so you left on what date?
I left,
Approximately.
I want to say probably like May, like the second week.
Is that about right? The beginning of May or second week?
Somewhere around there, almost to the middle of the
All right,
month.
second week of May. That means he would have owed for all of May and all of June. And he wouldn't owe for July because he would only have to pay toward your lease if his name was on it. Otherwise, he's just your tenant on a month-to-month lease. I'll grant you judgment for June's
Okay.
utilities. Do you have it?
Yes.
Because that's the risk that people assume when they get roommates. They must assume the risk that the person may not pay their rent. And it may jeopardize their credit if it's in your name. That's the risk you take. You took that risk on him and you lost. I'll grant you $207.53 for the utilities and $300 for the rent. And that would come out to $507.53 is your judgment. Good luck to you both.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sorry.
You hear that?
Well, you should have
It
been
don't
bringing
matter
all them
that you hear
people
that.
over, like
but
I
still,
said.
roll me my money. Roll me my money. At the end of the day, give me
You
my
had
money.
that little chump change. That's fine.
Okay, well, if it's chump change, then why couldn't you give it to me? If it's chump change, why you left?
Too many people.
Why
One of
you
them guys
left?
should have been paying you that money, not me.
No.
Ask them to pay some rent.
You stay there, not them. You supposed to remove my
Well, they
money.
was
I had
staying there
an agreement with you. I had an agreement with
You was charging for you be in this predicament.